All right, so this was going to be a $3 nickel hunt, but I decided after the first box to just do this particular video as a $1 hunt. So please disregard what you see after this intro, all because of this. Welcome back to the Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles channel. We've got a nickel hunt. We've got $300 worth, mainly all bank wrapped rolls. I did end up getting like $10 worth of customer wrapped rolls. I was hoping to get more, but it did not happen. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. $10 worth. And then the rest are Fed wrapped rolls. So let's get into this hunt. We'll be looking for pre-60s coins. Looking for shield nickels, V nickels, buffalo nickels, war nickels, foreigns, proofs, excuse me, errors and varieties, 2009s, 2004s. Let's get into it. I'll start with a box, and I don't know, I'll bring you in at some point. I don't want to do it too often because it's going to be a long video. Let's get into it, and I will be right back. Well, we got some exciting news. Roll number 3. Look at that. We have not found a buffalo in a while. And we got an older one right here. Could be a 64, but we got a buff. Wow. 1925, that looks like. It does have the third feather. We got all legs. Of course, no mint mark. But we got a buffalo. That's a great sign. Awesome. Let's keep her going. Flattened out roll number 14. And we are doing fantastic on this box. We have another buff. Of course, no mint mark. Let's see if we have a date. And we do. Another early-ish one, 1928. It does have all the feathers. Let's keep it going. That's awesome. 2 out of 1 box. Just finished hunting roll number 24. And we came out of it with a proof. We have a 1990S. And quite impaired, but it's a proof. All right, let's keep her going. All right, you got to be kidding me. I just flattened out roll number 41, and we have a raised mound, it looks like. I think we have a 1913 right here. Yeah. Check that out. I don't see a mint mark. But we got a 1913. Let's see if there's a date. She's in pretty decent condition. Oh, so close. I think I see a 3 right there. I mean, we know it's a 13, but rough date there. 1913 on the board. Let's go. All right, be right back. Okay, I'm stoked right now. Still on roll 41. And check this out. We have a 1939, all mushy. We have a little curl right here by IN. We flip her over. I have a die crack coming through the U and the S. And I have the notch in the R. Are you frickin' kidding me right now? I got a Henning, baby. Holy crap. Let me get the scale out. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, it's been so long. All right, let's see. 5.3. You gotta be kidding me. I got a Henning, baby. Holy crap. Wow. All right, I gotta calm down. Be right back. All right, I'm still shaking, but I messaged a couple of people just to be sure. Take a quick look under the scope here. We got that little O by the IN. It's in rough shape, but it's a Henning that I spent I was looking at it and I'm like, why do these numbers look so thick? Like the 9, the 3. My dog is growling at me. I think she wants to go OUT. And then we have, maybe she's excited too, the notch in the R and the die crack. We should have the dark spot and the sense right here. This little dark spot right there. Those are all markers for the Henning. That's sweet. All right, let's keep this hunt going. All right, so that one box is done. I know I had mentioned we were going to do a 3-box hunt, but there's a lot of finds here, and I don't want the video to be way too long. Plus, we found a Henning, so that's awesome. Let's just end it with the 1 box, and I'll do another video on the other 2 boxes. Let's go over our finds. We did get a 1990 Canadian, just 1 foreign. We had a 1990 proof Jefferson nickel. We had a couple of lower mintage. I have a 2009 Denver and a 2024 Philly. For our 50s, I'm sorry, 40s, we have a 40, second 40, a third 40, a fourth 40, a 41, another 41, a third 41, a 41 Denver, a 46 Denver, a 49, second 49, third 49, and a 49 Denver. For our 50s finds, I have a 52, another 52, a 53, not a Henning, another 53, also not a Henning, a 54, 57, 57, a 58, another 58, 59, 59, another 59, and another 59. Down here we had some varieties, so we'll check these under the scope. This one here, I have a 2019, and we do have thickness in the window framing, thickness in the triangle framing, thickness in the pillars, and thickness in those window frames. That one and that one. I don't see much thickness in Monticello, but we do have a 2019 DDR. This one here, 2023. And we have doubling in the curled window We also have notching in the top of the pillars there, there, right up in here, and in the window right there. We also have some hubbed-in debris right in there. That's a 2023. This one here is a 2022. And this one I think was down in United. So we have doubling the top of the U, the N, the I, inside the E, the top of the D, some splitting in the S, doubling in the T's, the E, trying to see doubling in sense, doubling in of, and America. You can see at the top of the letters up in here, they're all extra thick. Let me see what's going on. Nothing really in FS. Doubling in the M, in the U's, the bottom of the N right there. We have a double die on the 22, and then we had 3 buffaloes. We have our 1913. You can tell by the raised mound, it's not in cuse or inset. We have that. We have 2025. It's a little rough. No mint mark, but the mound is definitely set in. 5 cents is raised off the mound. And we have a 1928. Also 3 full feathers. Decent condition, not great. Again, no mint mark. But 3 buffaloes in one hunt, one box is awesome. Then we have our Henning. Let me try to raise up the scope here a little bit. Let's see if we can get. So I initially thought that this was like a double die because I came back to it and I'm like, wow, why is that so thick? Let me get this a little clearer here. That last 9, the 3, all looked, Liberty looks thicker. So I thought I had a double die. But then I saw this little kind of O marking right in here in the front. And if I flip it over, we have the notch in the R, which is clutch. The die crack coming down between the U and the S, which looks like, from what I was reading, it's like a 44 reverse. It was also like a, I want to say there was like a notch in the O down here. Yeah, there's a notch in that O right down the bottom there. That's also a sign. And then in cents right here, this black mark right there, that's also a sign. This coin also weighed in at 5.3 grams. So we have a freaking Henning, which is unreal to me. I've been looking forever, and I finally found one. I am stoked. I was shaking all last night. So I hope you enjoyed this hunt. If you haven't seen a Henning before, I've never seen one really. I saw one on a video, I think. But there you go, right there. The notched R, the die crack between the U and the S, that mark in between the E and the N. We have the notch in the O. On the obverse, there's this little tail on the O right here. That's also a marker. And then this little swoop right there on the front of Jefferson's jacket. So let's get a little closer up of the coin. 1939, no mint mark, which Henning didn't do. That's how he got caught. And there's the reverse. You can see, trying to get like a better angle here. The die crack right here. Notch in the R. The mark over the E and the N. There we have it. Henning nickel, baby. Bucket lister. This coin should not exist. Please give a thumbs up. Subscribe if this is your first time here. Hit that notification bell. And I hope to see you on the next one. So one other thing I wanted to show you was this Henning Nichols Collector's Guide by Joe Cronin. This is like a complete guide to the Henning Nichols. If you flip the book over, you can see we have the notch, the die crack, and that notch in between the E and the N on our example. It shows here the 44, the 53. Let me show. The 39 is the second easiest Henning nickel to find, apparently. Let's see if I can find that page. So right here, so that's ranking 4 out of 5. And the 44 being the easiest one to find. And we have the 46, 2 out of 5. 47 being 3 out of 5, and the 53, 1 out of 5. And that one is the most difficult to find at $900 value. That's a $650 value. $800. Let's see if I can find that. 39 page again. So the 44 was at 140 to 200, and the one that I just found, 475 plus. That's insane. All right, so keep your eye out for the Henning Nichols Guide by Joe Cronin. All right, everybody, I'll catch you on the next one.